Welcome back, everyone. I am joined by Miss Cherie Corneal, Executive Director and founder of the program, the Real Talk Youth Impact Show. You see her here on our show routinely. This is a hard-working lady right here, very committed, extremely dedicated. Welcome back, Cherie. Always good to see you.
Likewise, Melissa.
Thank you. Talk about the stats on the program. You're moving a lot of kids through the program. Let's talk about the number of kids that you're seeing in recent months.
Yes, this is our fourth year. We made 4 years in June, and this past Tuesday we just made 1,000 kids through our program. It's been a lot of work, 1,000 kids, but we've had also with that 590 kids graduate from the program successfully.
Those are huge numbers.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with, I don't necessarily keep track of, the data like that to the T as far as every month, because sometimes it's so much paperwork. I just keep pushing it. But when you start really fanning out the numbers and getting them for your donors and making sure that they understand this is where their money is going, it's pretty impressive, to see that we are now actually at the 1,000 mark, and we have the graduation rate at least 56% through the program.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Talk about your collaborators and your member speakers, because in order to accommodate those growing number of children, you have to have, the activities and the collaborators.
Yes.
How's the program able to keep up with the needs of the program with the children?
It's a struggle. I'm always looking for more collaborations. I'm always looking for more volunteers, because, at the end of the day, as you get more kids, you have more paperwork. So, really a lot of the collaborations and people wanting to know more about the program are starting to come. It's just you have to sift through the ones you want to be involved with. And when they do get on board, like, for instance, the Mega Phi Psi, who was going to get involved with us, they want to make sure that however they can be a part in helping, meaning if it's mentoring, if it's assisting with, they have their own little program they want to do with youth. I'm all about it, because at the end of the day, I need folks outside of Real Talk to help these kids along.
Right.
Because what happens is a lot of the times kids get information. Whether you're in the system or not in the system, if you go to the YMCA as a child and they say, okay, you can have this, you can do this, that, and the other, but if you don't have anybody taking you to the YMCA to get those things done or reinforcing it, the kid's going to sit on a bump on the log at home, because there's nothing else he can do, because he's not being directed there. So ultimately, my goal is to have collaborators outside of us, so I can say, hey, here's what we've given you for the month about choices. Now here's another situation you can put yourself in outside of us, so it keeps you in a positive light.
Well, and that sums it up very well, because I always ask your members, especially the ones that have been with you for a while, how they've seen the program evolve, or the changes that they've seen in the program.
Sure.
But that really sums it up.
Yes, and the members they're just great people. They've made a mistake, they have a little black record, but you know what? They're not dead. They still have to exist in society, and they are extremely passionate about what they do. I mean, giving people and continuously giving, and just want to share their story so they can help that one child. And we all know, all of us in the program, we all know we're not going to save every child.
Right.
Some of them, and I say them plural because it's the truth, are going to prison. Regardless of what you do, what I do, what the members do. That's just statistics.
That's their destiny.
That's research.
You'll have them back as a volunteer member.
As a volunteer
right?
member, and I've shared that with them too. I absolutely have shared that with them. Melissa, and I told them this past Tuesday. I don't care how many kids I help. I don't. It can be 5, it can be 1,000, it can be 5,000. What I care about is the right ones get it. And what I mean about the right ones, the children that come in and the light bulb clicks and like, yeah, I don't want to go down that route. Those are my leaders. Those are the ones that are going to make changes in the world. The other kids that just don't get it, they're okay. They still got the knowledge, but they chose the wrong path.
Sure.
So the ones that get it, those are the people that are going to come back and say, you know what, Miss Cherie, they can be 40 years old at that time. I can be in my 80s or my 70s. I really want to thank you for this program. It really did this, that, and the other, and have them as our guest speakers or contributing to the program.
We all have mentors in our
Yes.
life, that have had that kind of impact on us.
Absolutely.
And regardless to how old we get or how mature we are, we still remember those influences that shape your character and your integrity.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm here doing what I'm doing.
Absolutely. I was
That's
just
the
thinking about that
perfect
as we were
reason.
having this conversation.
Yes.
Do you want to remind our audience what motivated you to kind of...
Yes. You know, 15 and a half, I had the Batista, Mr. and Mrs. Batista, they were just an angel to me and to my family, to be quite honest. And there's a lot of people that, in the Cornell family, if you will, back in Carson, California, we grew up, that were very, very influential people in our family's life, and this is just one of those folks. These are just two of the folks that I'm talking about who are influential and changing some of our lives in the community, in the Cornell family. And these people, they exposed me to a whole different light. They got me into a travel softball team, which allowed me to basically be where I am today. I played on a national travel team. I got a scholarship to go to UNLV.
This lady has an impressive resume, I'm telling you. It's phenomenal. And
I just, as you get older and you start realizing, I already knew what I came from, as far as good stock in the family. Just, I had brothers that actually ended up in the wrong path and chose the path that some of my members have. And I look at it, it's not a bad thing, because I know they're good people. They just chose the wrong route.
Right.
And so I look at my members as the same people, but I'm thankful. I'm grateful that I was able to experience my brothers in the system. I'm thankful that, they now have changed their lives. I'm thankful that I had the training at a young age to understand the meaning of criminal justice system, federal probation, state probation, gangs, drugs, all of the things that I experienced as a child, witnessed as a child, rather.
Right.
It allowed me to be who I am and to be able to not just throw away the felons. They're throwaway people. They've been to prison. That's not what life's about, And so I'm grateful to have experienced that. And with the Batistas allowing me to be the first out of my family to go to college, I'm number 9 of 12, to go to college, get a scholarship, and then get my master's, and then travel the world playing softball, and then ultimately in the Olympics, I have to give back because those people gave to me, Mr. and Mrs. Batista, and I will never, ever forget what they've done for me, what they've done for my family, and all of those other folks who have been influential in my family. I'm talking Mr. and Mrs. Konopka. I'm talking the Rita and Bill Whites. I'm talking the Cy Mamolis who had me under their wings when I was a child as playing basketball.
Right.
So this is why I'm so passionate, I'm so driven, and I don't take any drama from parents or the children because I'm doing this for free for you, not for me. This is for you. So if you come into my program and you have some issues or some drama and you think you're going to come in here acting a fool, you got the wrong one.
Well, the change ones are evident of your commitment and dedication to the kids, to the program. Keep doing what you do, Cherie. I mean, my goodness,
Thank you.
These kids, they have to be very grateful to have you.
I sure hope so. All I ask in return of them is don't go to jail. Get a college education or stay in school, get some type of knowledge under your belt, and just be a good citizen and a leader in the community. That's all I ask. And then one day when you get a little older like myself, you can come back and thank Real Talk, because it's not just me.
Right.
It's the entire program, and I include my members. So we deserve, not Cherie, we deserve an applause from them, not just that one person, because I couldn't do this on my own.
Well, when we come back, we definitely want to talk about the parents, their
Yes.
role in the program,
Yes.
their responsibilities to the kids,
Yes.
and what Real Talk is thinking about incorporating as far as a kids group.
Sure.
So when we come back, we're going to talk about that if you'll rejoin me.
Absolutely. Thank you, Melissa.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome.